Okay, we never see enough of my first guest. He'll be performing at the Irvine Meadows Amphitheater on September 22nd and 23rd, then 4 shows at Madison Square Garden where he wraps up his tour on October 2nd. His latest CD is titled... Please welcome our good friend Phil Collins. First, let me thank you.
Control yourself. Control yourself.
Let me thank you for coming by your day off. I know you worked last night. You work tomorrow.
Yep.
So you come by and talk to us a little bit. You take a break.
That's right.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Nice to be here.
Now, how long has this tour been going now? A couple of months?
Since about 1485, I think. Yeah, we've been out since February.
Yeah.
So it's quite a long.
February?
We will have done on October 2nd. We will have done 127 shows, I think.
Good heavens.
That's the last night.
Is this like is it a bus gig, or are you flying on these?
We're flying.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Family's busing them. No, we actually fly. We're flying in the lap of luxury. Actually, it's the only way to do it. I mean, if you've got to go from place to place, we've got a plane that we charter, which takes everybody about. I mean, in some of the other countries we didn't. You know?
Yeah, in England you can drive. Because there you can go like 85, 90.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, that's fun. Here they grab you for like 55 and a half. They grabbed you a few times.
Yes, they grabbed me. Well, actually, on earlier Genesis tours, we used to. I mean, we never got through a journey without being stopped 2 or 3 times, because we used to drive ourselves all over the place. And Tony Banks, who's keyboard player, he used to get stopped regularly. I mean, he never flew if he could help it because he hates flying. I got stopped at Waco. I went to the county jail at Waco.
You just see, long hair, we're from England, we are. We're a rock band.
That's right.
Go to Waco.
God damn, got your hair, boy. But yeah, they pulled us over, and they said, usually we just pay the $30 and just drive on, get stopped 2 miles down the road, another $30, and then 5 miles down the road, another $30. It's very expensive touring in those days, but yeah, I got taken to Waco, and it's very strange because there's all the cells, like you see in the television series and things, and it was a blast from the past, really. It was extraordinary.
Did they know who you were? Were you recognized?
Well, I wasn't anybody then.
Yeah, and especially in Waco.
I mean, I'm only marginally somebody now. Then I was just a drummer, as you say, long hair, beard, and they said, we've got a right one here.
Yeah.
So they took my money.
Is your family with you on this one now?
Yes, they come everywhere. Lily's now, the last time I was here, I think I held a picture up, but she was about 3 or 4 months old. She's 18 months old now.
Oh, good heavens, there you are.
Yeah, my older son and daughter, they live in Vancouver, and we just had them on tour for 2 or 3 weeks, which was great fun.
Well, that's fun. We can bring everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody with you. So when do you get home? When you finish up when? October, did you say?
October 2nd, yeah.
And you're home for a while?
Yep, I'll be home till, well, at that point, we're going to have a little bit of a holiday, but apart from that, we're home. We're doing a Genesis album next year.
So do you go back to being Mr. House Husband when you're home after the tour?
Yeah, as soon as that door closes, it's like this is a million miles away. It's extraordinary. You think, how you can never going to forget it. Then you get home, close the door, there's just the 3 of you. There's just me, Lily, and Jill, and beans on toast, okay.
What was that? Wait a minute, what was that?
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast.
Baked beans on toast. Oh, baked beans
I hope that's an expression and not something you eat.
No. We get home from tour. Of course, there's nothing in the fridge really, because we've been away for 2 months.
Beans on toast.
Tin of beans, a bit of butter.
You eat that outside,
some garlic on some toast.
Baked beans on toast. Now the English are not known for their culinary delights. When I was over there,
you brought it up. You brought it up.
When I was over there, somebody gave me some delicious concoction called Bubble and Squeak.
Yeah, well, that's yesterday's dinner. Yeah, actually you should try it because it's Brussels sprouts and potatoes and what's left over, and you fry it and you eat it.
You fry it.
Yeah.
And then you eat it.
Yeah.
Beans on toast.
Beans on. Black pudding, I wouldn't advise.
Now black pudding. Now what is that?
That's bull's blood, I think.
Bull's blood.
Yeah. And you fry that as well.
And you fry it. So you get the blood with the benefit of heavy cholesterol.
I like to eat well,
Yeah.
I'm very picky about what I eat.
Oh, boy. Do English, when you watch American television and you see comedians and whatnot do jokes about the royal family, does that offend you? Do the English see the royal family the way we see our president and the vice president and whatnot, or is it different?
I think it's a little bit different. I mean, the royal family have been, you know, one family pretty much for hundreds of years, you know. Whereas George has only been there for a couple of years, isn't he, really? Let's be honest. No, I don't get offended by it. I mean, they can be the source of much humour, you know.
Because when I watch English television sometimes, they'll do vicious.
Yeah.
You see, I never know what's crossing the line for England. They'll do vicious things.
It's extraordinary that you can get away with that in England, because there's a Spitting Image, which was a series. They did a video for Genesis, Land of Confusion video, which was just all puppets. But they actually have a series, and they have a go at everybody. I mean, it's completely... They've got Thatcher as Hitler, basically. You know, they put Margaret Thatcher as Hitler. And the royal family, they're completely taking the mick out of them all the time. So.
Now, do they... I always read in the press, they always say that Fergie and Prince Charles and Daniel are too modern and they're too Americanized and whatnot.
They are a product of modern life, you know, and so you don't get all the red tape that you used to get. I was asked to play it at Prince Charles's 40th birthday party. You know, I went along and I played half an hour of the stuff on my songs on the piano. And wall-to-wall royalty. It was quite extraordinary, because people you only saw in papers, pictures, you suddenly were walking past you. You know, you look around and there was the King of Spain, there was Princess Margaret, there was the Queen Mother, there was the Queen, who I actually saw jiving to Rock Around the Clock.
Jiving? Do you have film of the Queen jiving?
It was extraordinary. I mean, and I went up to her because I wasn't in the lineup. You know, they have a lineup, the official lineup, and I wasn't in the lineup. So because I was supposed to be the surprise guest, although everybody knew I was there. But I went up and I said, "Excuse me, Your Highness," you know, and you call her Your Majesty. Well, that was the first thing I did wrong. Oh. And I just said I was never going to meet you unless I said hello. You know, and you're never supposed to approach these people. But it just seemed one of those nights when. But it's
Was she cool? She didn't give you 5?
She was all right, yeah.
I know, you never know what to say. You know, I was at a thing once and I met this guy who was King Michael of Romania. But since Romania had been deposed, he now worked for Pan Am Airlines. He did. But he was still King Michael.
Former job. King.
But I just love that idea that you have trouble with the airlines. And what's your name? All right, King Michael of Romania. You write that.
That's right. It's a tough life.
So do you get American humor the way, or do you find that Americans don't get English humor?
I think there's a big difference, yeah. I think because of the size of the country, and, you know, one show like this show will go all the way over America. And so the humor has to be a little broader and things that everybody will understand. Whereas in England, maybe it's sometimes a little subtler.
Well, I find English humor is either real dry or real broad, Benny Hill type. It's either one extreme or the other. Like, American-style stand-up comics, I always read Stephen Wright and Emo Phillips, and all these guys are real popular now in England, because your stand-ups, they do a little dance, they do a little song.
Yeah, well, they're leftovers. The stand-up comedians in England, they're leftovers from the music hall, vaudeville sort of thing. But, no, I think, I mean, what things I find funny are the Fawlty Towers, you know, Cleese and...
Right.
Which obviously he's now translated into American.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's understood by everybody now.
Oh, yeah, he's very popular. We've had him here a couple of times. Okay, so you're at the way. Let's see, Irving Meadows? Is that tomorrow?
Irvine Meadows for 2 nights, yes. Then we go to the Garden, Madison Square Garden, and the last night of the tour, which is October 2nd, we got a pay-per-view on that night.
Oh, that's
Which is the last night of the tour. It'd be a very emotional evening, probably, but that's going to be pay-per-view. I don't know how that works, pay-per-view. Do you know?
You had people pay and then they view. I think that's pretty much Brilliant. Very American, very American. But I know you're exhausted. You came over and said, all right, we'll come on and talk for a bit, and I really appreciate that. Phil Collins, ladies and gentlemen.